Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast. This is Abe, your host. Been gone for 6 days. So that's not too long of a break, but ain't gonna lie, I just needed a little bit of a break. Physically and mentally, I have not been feeling well. You guys know that I have MDD, but I also have autoimmune deficiency. And I struggle with both. So there's times when I'm actually like happy, but I might feel like dog shit physically. And then there's times when I feel like amazing physically, but feel horribly mentally. Um, just look into both of those things if you want to know how it is to be trapped inside my body. It sucks sometimes, and if I'm not in the right headspace or not in the right physically feeling fit, I just ain't gonna do it because I don't want to put out trash. As far as updates, just been working, yeah, that's about it. Working, and then on days off where I just haven't physically or mentally felt good, been doing a lot of sleeping and laying around. But yeah, that's it for an update. No intro music today. Sammy's asleep, so I try not to blast the intro song and wake her up, She works 2 to 10 today. I just got off work. 7:42 a.m. It's June 1st. So, let me go ahead and plug my stuff real quick. So I have a Buy Me a Coffee account set up in the link below. If you donate to the channel, I will send you a bumper sticker. These things are durable as fuck. My wife has one on her coffee mug, and that thing has been washed a billion times. I had one on my old car, and it held up through winter, snow, rain, sunshine. I also have a bookmark, and I will sign it and send it to you. Yeah, these bumper stickers are almost gone. I don't even know how many I have left. But yeah. Let's get on with the show. So, I seen this story literally the other day. It's a little bit of older news, but it's not super old because there's still literally people. I seen someone literally yesterday talking about it. So I was like, okay, it's not too old of news. There's an infringement on the First Amendment, is how I see this case. So Texas mom suing cops who arrested her for drawing attention to city's unsafe brown drinking water. Not sure. Let me see here if there's an actual video of the. Yeah. There's not a video of the water, but I will show you what it looks like. That is coming out of her bathroom sink and into the bathtub. It literally looks like Coca-Cola. And so we live in the county. We got a water treatment plant down the road. I used to filter my water. This is how crazy I used to be. I used to have a filter on the faucet, and then I would filter the water into a filtering pitcher so it would get double filtered. That's how much of a crazy person I used to be. I haven't kept up with it throughout the years. I don't know why. I just kind of got lazy with it and just stopped doing it. I need to get back into it. But I used to double filter my water. And my water, by the way, was coming out clear. If it was coming out brown, I wouldn't even bother fucking filtering it. I honestly, dude, if my water, let me show you the image again. If my water literally looked like this, I would not even have a water bill. I would And people would say, well, what would you do for showers? Okay. Here's what I tell you I would do for showers. I would buy a gym membership and specifically go to the gym only when I needed a shower. Gym memberships, actually, they're not too expensive. And the money you'd be saving on not having water in your house, like you could just go to the gym and do it. I would still buy gallon water. Let's see, washing my clothes, I guess I would just start going to the laundromat. I don't know, though, because then now you got to think, if this is her city, is the water at the gym looking like that? Is the water at the laundromat looking like that? I don't know. That's fucking nuts. Would you have to get a gym membership in the next city over and go to the laundromat in the next city over? Maybe that's what you would have to do. Honestly, though, there's a lot of ways. Like, so I lived like really fucking hillbilly back in the day. Like, we used to collect rainwater and we would just do the dishes with rainwater. We would flush the toilet with rainwater. If you had to, like, wash clothes, we literally would just, like, hand wash our clothes. I mean, people, I know it sounds rough, but because people are like, oh, it's 2026 and I'm a spoiled brat. Like, how the fuck do you think people did it back in the day? How the fuck do you think Amish people, do this shit? Like, and times are going to get tough. We got data centers coming through. I don't think people realize, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom over here, but it blows my mind how much people, how pussified people are. Like, I don't think they realize how tough it's going to get within the next, like, year or two. With the Strait of Hormuz being shut down. Yeah, like, there's going to be food shortages. It's going to get bad. And I just don't think people... Like, I'm going to be okay because I've lived like a hillbilly for years, with, like, no running water, no air conditioning, like... It's gonna get bad with all this data center shit going on. Like, it's gonna get bad. You guys are gonna see it. And it's kind of one of those things of just kind of like, what is this they say in Zombieland? Nut up or shut up, So, Texas mom suing cops who arrested her for drawing attention to city's unsafe brown drinking water. You've seen how disgusting this shit is. Here's the woman. By the way, we're going to go through this article. I just seen it in a TikTok, but I wanted to do kind of a little bit of a deep dive on it. I hope she's set up a GoFundMe, and if she has, I will try to. I'm not sure if I can. I mean, I'd have to have my wife help me link it below. But I will at least shout it out and show it. So that way we can support this girl. Because this is an infringement on the First Amendment. A Texas woman mom is suing the cops who arrested her for warning on social media how her town's dirty drinking water has hospitalized citizens. Hopefully they mention it in this article. I'm very curious on what this town is. If you know, in the link below, or not the link, but if you know, hit me up in the comments below. Jennifer Combs of Trinidad. Okay, Trinidad. Where the fuck is this? Michigan, I think. Trinidad was tossed in jail earlier this month as alleged political retaliation for posting about the serious public health concern on Facebook. A possible freedom of speech violation, according to Fox 4. I agree. So let's just sit and think on that for a second. She posted a video of how disgusting and brown the water was coming out of her faucet. And she literally was doing actual journalism of going around and talking to people and hearing people's stories about how people were getting sick from the water. And just posted on Facebook, hey man, what the fuck? And you're getting arrested for that? I guess we're living in Nazi Germany now. It's crazy. Quote, it was probably one of the most humiliating things I'd ever gone through in my entire life. It was very bad, she told the outlet. Okay. Now, Jennifer Combs, I do have to say, you're being a little dramatic. I've been to jail 3 times. Every single time it was BCDC. I'm not saying jail is fun, by the way. Jail sucks, but it's not humiliating. I guess. Well, I guess the part where she got humiliated was she probably never had the blessing of going into a mental institution. Because when you go into a mental institution or a rehab for drugs and alcohol, or jail, it's kind of the same thing for each one. Basically, they make you get butt naked into a room. They make you spread your asshole and your butt cheeks, and they make you squat down and cough to make sure there's no drugs or knives or something, needles up your butt. You're saying, hey, that sounds crazy. No, that's not crazy. And they literally get down and look straight at your butthole and make you squat. And if you're in a mental institution, they usually take pictures of like every part of your body. Same with rehab, just to make sure like you don't try to sue them if you self-harm. So if you already have, like I got psoriasis on my back. Actually, I don't mind showing you. I got psoriasis on my back. So my back is like super jacked up and itchy as fuck. I don't know if you got to see it, but you can see my stomach here. It's like literally just itches like crazy. I wonder if YouTube's gonna flag that and think I'm showing nudity or something. But they would take pictures of that, and be like, hey, just we need to make sure like if there's more harm, it's not because of us, like we didn't do it. It's just to save their own ass. So, I mean, I guess that's the humiliating part. It is a little, I mean, they treat you like crap in jail. I've told my jail stories before. Just go check those episodes out. If you're listening on Spotify, I'll link it below. Yeah, so, I'm sorry, but that's a little bit dramatic. Jail is not that bad. It's not that humiliating either. That's one thing that's always drove me nuts, man, is people go, only bad people go to jail, and I'm like, oh, okay, so Jesus Christ went to jail, William Wallace, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Joan of Arc. Yeah, those are all evil pieces of shit. So when I hear that, like, only bad people go to jail, I'm like, what? Combs called her May 8th arrest for felony, by the way, false alarm or report is an extreme stretch. That is crazy. They gave her a fucking felony. I hope she wins this case in court if she's got a good fucking judge in her town. What was it, Taliban or something? Trinidad. I'm just fucking around. I would sue the fuck out of the police department of Trinidad. They gave her a felony. Considering even the city's mayor, Dennis Hawes, has admitted that residents are plagued by disgusting brown and yellow tap water issues. Okay. So you got the mayor on your side, Miss Combs. Or Mrs. Combs. I can't recall. It doesn't matter. Not that most people understand the modern English language anyways, so you got the mayor on your side. That's a good sign. Because, I mean, I've lived in a small town, and usually, like, police chief, mayor, the commissioner, um, they're all usually Freemasons. So, like, Masons and the judges, they all work together because every brother helps out another brother. So, hopefully your mayor's a Freemason, and hopefully your judge is a Freemason, and that way you're good. But still, this is insane. There's people that are saying their appliances are getting ruined. They can't cook with the water, they can't bathe with it, they can't do laundry. Combs said, I agree. That water is disgusting. I did give you those options at the beginning of the podcast. It sucks, but there is hope. Like, and by the way, too, like, I know it's against the law, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not telling you to do it, but I collected rainwater years ago when I was like a teenager. I mean, I can't get arrested for it now. Like, I think it's what, like, statute of limitations. But I'm just saying, you know, like, some buckets, some totes. You can buy, like, totes, you know, moving totes, and, you know, rainy days. Oops, the gutter. Oops, the gutter accidentally, you know, went down into this bucket. Oh, no. That sucks. You know, shit happens, man. It sucks. A lot of them feel hushed. And by the way, do not cook with rainwater, because think of all the chemtrails and all the shit they're spraying in the sky. But honestly, does any of that shit come out of the actual water from the pipes? No matter what you're drinking, it's gonna be fucking shit, man. I need to honestly, dude, I need to get like some bug out bag shit of those like filter straws. You know what I'm saying? That's a good idea. Maybe we'll do an episode on that, on filter straws. I forget what they call them. A lot of them feel hushed and like they don't have a voice, and no one listens to them, and no one takes them seriously. I agree with that. I've felt that way for years. People are just now waking up. I've been doing this for over a decade, and go look at the comment section of like my earliest conspiracy podcast shit. You will see the most hateful, evil people in there saying I'm crazy, I'm schizophrenic, oh, you have a tick, what do you smoke, crack, how much meth did you do today? That's one that I get a lot because I have a tick, you know. It's like I've never tried meth in my life. I've tried Adderall, which is kind of like meth. No, that's Adderall. I've actually had arguments with people. That's not meth. It's kind of the same ingredients. It's just a clean cut meth. But yeah, people are mean. So join the club, Miss Combs. I've been screaming at the rooftop since 2012. You get used to being called crazy. Luckily, there's more people awake now. Like, conspiracy theories are actually kind of mainstream now. So, like, in a way, it makes me happy because I feel like, hey, my job is done, you know? Hopefully that means, like, I can go back to just doing fun conspiracies, but it doesn't look like that because the elites have, like, literally tripled down on their warpaths. But yeah, get used to it, sister. You're preaching to the choir. Combs posted a Facebook message on her Citizen Watchdog group page. I'm surprised Facebook didn't shut you down, by the way, because, dude, I started a Facebook for Conspiracy Corner, and I'd shared, I kid you not, one time on Conspiracy Corner, one episode, and Facebook was like, nope. And I literally got it shut down. I didn't even restart it. I'm like, never mind. Like, I didn't even have any I guess friends or whatever. I didn't even have any, like, it was insane. Like, posted one episode and like literally the same day they're like, nope, your profile's suspended. Like, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, well, guess I ain't fucking with Facebook, you know. So the Southern Bell Watch was the group she was a part of. On April 6, imploring those who have been sickened by the city's tap water to report it. So, quote, we have received reports that some citizens have been hospitalized due to bacteria in the water. This is a serious public health concern that deserves immediate attention, she wrote. Okay. I'm not trying to be a dick. And let me show this picture again. Is coming out looking like literal Coca-Cola. Why the fuck are you drinking this shit at all? If my water came out like that, I would literally stop paying my water bill. I just wouldn't have water. I wouldn't even wash my clothes in that shit. That's like shit water. Well, I don't even know what that is. Is that feces? What the fuck is that? Is that mud? Even then, like, you don't want to be washing your clothes in mud water. Like, what are we talking here, dude? That is the craziest, nastiest water I've ever fucking seen in my life. And this is America, you know. That's like third world country type shit. It reminds me of like Elisa Lamb, you know. How the that hotel on Skid Row, the Cecil Hotel, you know. If your water looks discolored, contains sediment, has a strong odor, or you have experienced related health issues, please send us a message. We are gathering information and reporting findings to the state. So right there, she is doing independent journalism and she is exercising her First Amendment right of freedom of speech. It's a constitutional right in a constitutional republic is what we're supposed to be living in. Following the post, Combs was arrested, and Trinidad Police Chief Charles Gregory later doubled down on the move. We need to find out who this Charles Gregory is. And and by the way, I'm not saying do not harm this person, no death threats, nothing illegal, but we need to be calling into the Trinidad police station and making complaints on this Police Chief Charles Gregory. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. This motherfucker needs fired. Which they won't do that. They're like the Vatican. Like when a priest molests a kid, they transfer them to a new church or whatever, monastery, whatever. They'll do. That's what they do with police. The local police is very much like the Catholic Church. Like, whenever a police officer fucks up, they just transfer him. He moves to a new town, next town over, and just transfers over there. Same thing with priests, you know. You molest a kid, you don't go to prison. They just transfer you. They say, well, Father, such and such is not going to be with us anymore. I know you guys heard what happened, and he's stepping down. And then he just mysteriously, in the dead of night, just transfers to a new parish, you know. I laugh to keep from crying, you know. Following the post, Combs was arrested by Trinidad Police Charles Gregory, who doubled down. Gregory called the case cut and dry and said her claims about hospitalizations are simply false and have only caused unnecessary fear and confusion in our community, according to a May 10 Facebook post. Okay, girlfriend, you need to get with your lawyer, preferably not a public attorney. First of all, you need to start a fucking GoFundMe, because this is a nationwide fucking story. I cannot tell you how many big YouTubers are talking about this shit. I'm a little guy, and I'm going to be putting this shit out. And this is kind of oldish news. It's not super old because, like I said, somebody yesterday put something out on it. It's going on around on TikTok, which is bigger than YouTube. It's going around on YouTube because I don't watch TikTok. You need to get you a actual good fucking lawyer, a constitutional lawyer, specifically a constitutional lawyer. If you hear or watch this video, you need a constitutional fucking lawyer. You need to start a GoFundMe so that way you can afford and pay for this lawyer. Which, if it's a good lawyer, he'll say when we win the case, just give me a cut of the money. You know? Sue the fuck. Don't just win the case and become a free woman and beat the felony charges. Then I want you to double down and I want you to sue the local police department for millions because it's the fucking government, dude. At least get $1 million out of this shit. But also right there when this Gregory piece of shit is saying that these accusations are false, everyone in your Facebook group who literally said, I've been hospitalized over this shit, hopefully they kept their hospital paperwork. If not, they can go to the hospital where they went. All that shit's on record still. They need to come into court with you, with the physical records, or they need to get with your lawyer with those records and be sending you those fucking records. I'm going to tell you exactly how to beat this shit, dude. And you can blow this motherfucker out of the water, this Charles Gregory, dude. But yeah, sue the fuck out of the police department. And then when you win, and you're a millionaire, move the fuck out of your town and go into hiding in another town. You're going to be like Afro Man. We covered Afro Man's case earlier this year, and I said the exact same thing. Afro Man, it's awesome. You won your case, and you got millions of dollars and shit. Get the fuck out of that town. Because they're going to do some shady shit. We all know cops are pieces of garbage, you know. Trinidad police claimed Combs wrote false information that creates fear, panic, or unnecessary emergency response within the community. No, she proved that this shit was fucked up. The city, however, posted its own notice to residents urging them to boil water to avoid harmful bacteria. Okay. I'm not going to show it again because I've already showed it. That brown ass water is not going to be fixed by boiling your fucking water, dude. It reminds me of that scene on Walk the Line of Johnny Cash is like, he's playing at Folsom Prison, and the what do they call him? The main dude of the prison, he's like, so, would you like a glass of water, Mr. Cash? Or no, he says something stupid to him. And Cash holds up a glass of water, and it's like brown as fuck. And he said, I tell you what, I don't understand how you let these boys drink this water here. You know, and the leader of the prison, the guy who owns it, he's like, I'm a Coca-Cola man myself, you know. And then he goes out on stage and says, I don't know how you boys drink this nasty-ass water, and just slams the glass on the stage and starts playing his music. Reminds me of this shit, man. So, the city, however, posted, it's to boil the water as if that's going to fix it. We seen how brown that fucking water was. Trinidad has suffered through a long-running water infrastructure problem with pipes dating back to the 1950s, according to the mayor. Oh, it sounds like the government, as usual, is not spending money where it should be. Our fucking local government sucks. Dude, like, we barely got our fucking roads plowed. They suck at plowing our roads. When the roads were clear, they just decided they weren't going to take our trash for like 2 weeks. We had literally trash bags lined up in our hallways, and we were stepping over trash bags. I finally had to literally sit on the phone one day because I was unemployed. So I was like, okay, I'm pissed and I'm unemployed. The roads are clear. I'm getting pissy. So I literally, I was on the phone for like an hour or maybe 2 hours, moving my way up the line to the point where I got to a fucking judge. And then after I got the phone off of a judge and I was speaking very respectfully to this judge, I literally seen like garbage trucks. They came like literally, I kid you not, like 30 minutes later. It was fucking insane. And I don't think people realize how much power you have just by making some fucking phone calls. But here, I'll show you a picture of her mugshot. This mugshot is hilarious. But yeah, we need to support Miss Combs. This is a ridiculous case. It's an infringement on the First Amendment. Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed. I may put out another episode today since I haven't podcasted in so long. Well, long for me is 6 days, you know. It's not even a week, but I may put out another episode today. Love y'all. Please stay tuned. Y'all have a good day.